This is not the building. This is just the surface. The real building is hidden behind the walls, above the ceiling, and beneath the floor. And if those hidden systems fail, everything you see stops working. Today, we are not looking at architecture the way you are used to. We are looking at what actually makes buildings function. Redefining what a building is. Most people think a building is walls, floors, finishes, or foam. But in reality, a building is a system of systems. Structure holds everything. Mechanical moves air, electrical empowers everything, and plumbing manages water. Think of it like this. Structure is like the skeleton. Air systems are the lungs. Plumbing is the bloodstream, and then the electrical is the nervous system. If one system fails, the building fails. Structure, the silent decision maker. Structure is not just support, it is control. It controls how wide a space can be, where walls can go, and how the building stands over time. When loads act on a building, they don't just sit, they move. From roof to beams, to columns, or to the foundation. Every decision made here shapes what is possible above. So when a client says, "I want it open and spacious," that is not just design. That is engineering complexity. Air systems designing comfort. Air is invisible, but comfort is not. What the system does is that it controls temperature, removes heat, and supplies fresh air. Air must move, and movement requires space, planning, and coordination. This is why ceilings drop. That is why bulkheads appear, not as decoration, but as a response to systems. Comfort is engineered, not added later. Electrical systems, shaping how we experience space. Electricity does more than power buildings. It defines experience. Lighting affects mood, visibility, or perception of space. The same space can feel calm, dramatic, or functional just by changing the lighting. Design control helps with switch placement, circuit planning, or power distribution. Plumbing, the system that limits freedom. Water systems are the most restrictive because they depend on gravity, which means pipes must slope, layouts must align vertically, and wet areas must be planned carefully. You cannot freely place bathrooms and kitchens without affecting the entire building system. The systems you don't see often make the biggest decisions. System collision, where design fails or succeeds. Now imagine all systems working at once. Structure, air, water, or power, all inside the same space. Common clashes are that hitting beam, pipe crossing structure, or overcrowded ceilings. And what this leads to, if unresolved, are delays, redesign, cost increases, or compromised design. This is where architecture and engineering must align perfectly. What success looks like. When everything works together, you don't notice anything. You just feel comfort, ease, and functionality. The best buildings are invisible in their performance. From the first consultation to communication, to collaboration, to conflict, and now to the systems that make everything work. We've taken you inside the reality of architecture. And if there is one thing to take away from this season, it's a building is not just what you see. It is everything working behind what you see. This is where we pause, but the conversation doesn't end here because there is still more to uncover about how our built environment truly works. You've been watching the Arc Point brought to you by the Architect's Desk. Arc Point, your window into the built environment.